and you're listening to Watchman on the Pod. I wanted to read some scriptures today to y'all and to myself. I'm reading out of the Septuagint from the book of Psalms. We are in chapter 16. It is written, a writing of David, keep me, O Lord, for I have hoped in thee. I said to the Lord, thou art my Lord, for thou hast no need of my goodness. On behalf of the saints that are in his land, he has magnified all his pleasure in them. Their weaknesses have been multiplied. Afterward they hasted. I will by no means assemble their bloody meetings, neither will I make mention of their names with my lips. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup. Thou art he that restores my inheritance to me. The lines have fallen to me in the best places. Yea, I have a most excellent heritage. I will bless the Lord who has instructed me. My reins too have chastened me even till night. I foresaw the Lord always before my face. He is on my right hand, that I should not be moved. Therefore my heart rejoiced, and my tongue exulted. Moreover, also my flesh shall rest in hope. Because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Thou hast made known to me the ways of life. Thou wilt fill me with joy with thy countenance. At thy right hand there are delights forever. Chapter 17, a prayer of David. Hearken, O Lord of my righteousness. Attend to my petition. Give ear to my prayer, not uttered with deceitful lips. Let my judgment come forth from thy presence. Let mine eyes behold righteousness. Thou hast proved mine heart. Thou hast visited me by night. Thou hast tried me as with fire, and unrighteousness has not been found in me. I am purposed that my mouth shall not speak amiss. As for the works of men, by the words of thy lips I have guarded myself from hard ways. Direct my steps in thy paths, that my steps slip not. I have cried, for thou heardest me. O God, incline thine ear to me, and hearken to my words. Shew the marvels of thy mercies, thou that savest them that hope in thee. Keep me as the apple of the eye from those that resist thy right hand. Thou shalt screen me by the covering of thy wings. From the face of the ungodly that have afflicted me, mine enemies have compassed about my soul. They have enclosed themselves with their own fat. Their mouth has spoken pride. They have not cast me out and compassed me round about. They have now cast me out and compassed me round about. They have set their eyes so as to bow them down to the ground. They laid wait for me as a lion ready for prey, and like a lion's whelp dwelling in secret places. Arise, O Lord, prevent them and cast them down. Deliver my soul from the ungodly. Draw thy sword. Because of the enemies of thine hand, O Lord, destroy them from the earth. Scatter them in their life. Though their belly has been filled with thy hidden treasures, they have been satisfied with uncleanness and have left the remnant of their possessions to their babes. But I shall appear in righteousness before thy face. I shall be satisfied when thy glory appears. Chapter 18. For the end, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord. The words which he spoke to the Lord, even the words of this song, in the day in which the Lord delivered him out of the hand of all his enemies and out of the hand of Saul. And he said, I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my firm support and my refuge and my deliverer. My God is my helper. I will hope in him. He is my defender and the horn of my salvation and my helper. I will call upon the Lord with praises. I shall be saved from mine enemies. The pangs of death compassed me. The torrents of ungodliness troubled me exceedingly. The pangs of hell came round about me. The snares of death prevented me. And when I was afflicted, I called upon the Lord, and I cried to my God. He heard my voice out of his holy temple, and my cry shall enter before him even into his ears. Then the earth shook and quaked, and the foundations of the mountains were disturbed and were shaken, because God was angry with them. There went up a smoke in his wrath, and fire burst into a flame at his presence. Coals were kindled at it. And he bowed the heaven and came down, and thick darkness was under his feet. And he mounted on cherubs and flew. He flew on the wings of winds. And he made darkness his secret place. Round about him was his tabernacle, even dark water in the clouds of the air. At the brightness before him the clouds passed, hail and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered from heaven, and the highest uttered his voice. And he sent forth his weapons and scattered them, and multiplied lightnings and routed them. And the springs of waters appeared, and the foundations of the world were exposed at thy rebuke, O Lord, at the blasting of the breath of thy wrath. He sent from on high and took me. He drew me to himself out of many waters, and he delivered me from my mighty enemies, and from them that hate me, for they are stronger than I. They prevented me in the day of mine affliction, but the Lord was my stay against them. He brought me out into a wide place. He will deliver me, because he has pleasure in me. And the Lord will recompense me according to my righteousness, even according to the purity of my hands will he recompense me. For I have kept the way of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and his ordinances departed not from me. And I shall be blameless with him, and shall keep myself from mine iniquity. And the Lord shall recompense me according to my righteousness, and according to the purity of my hands before his eyes. With the holy thou wilt be holy, and with the innocent man thou wilt be innocent, and with the excellent man thou wilt be excellent, and with the perverse thou wilt show frowardness. For thou wilt save the lowly people, and wilt humble the eyes of the proud. For thou, O Lord, wilt light my lamp. My God, thou wilt lighten my darkness. For by thee shall I be delivered from a troop, and by my God I will pass over a wall. As for my God, his way is perfect. The oracles of the Lord are tried in the fire. He is a protector of all them that hope in him. For who is God but the Lord, and who is a God except our God? It is God that girds me with strength, and has made my way blameless, who strengthens my feet as hart's feet, and sets me upon high places. He instructs my hands for war, and thou hast made my arms as a brazen bow. Thou hast made me secure in my salvation, and thy right hand has helped me, and thy correction has upheld me to the end. Yea, thy correction itself shall instruct me. Thou hast made room for my goings under, and my footsteps did not fail. I will pursue mine enemies and overtake them. I will not turn back until they are consumed. I will dash them to pieces, and they shall not be able to stand. They shall fall under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength for war. Thou hast beaten down under me all that rose up against me. Thou hast made mine enemies turn their backs before me, and thou hast destroyed them that hated me. They cried, but there was no deliverer, even to the Lord, but he hearkened not to them. I will grind them as the mud of the streets. I will beat them small as dust before the wind. Deliver me from the gainsayings of the people. Thou shalt make me head of the Gentiles. A people whom I knew not served me. At the hearing of the ear they obeyed me. The strange children lied to me. The strange children waxed old and fell away from their path through lameness. The Lord lives, and blessed be my God, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God that avenges me, and has subdued the nations under me, my deliverer from angry enemies. Thou shalt set me on high above them that rise up against me. Thou shalt deliver me from the unrighteous man. Therefore will I confess to thee, O Lord, among the Gentiles, and sing to thy name. God magnifies the deliverances of his king, and deals mercifully with David, his anointed, and his seed forever. Chapter 19. For the end, a psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims the work of his hands. Day to day utters speech, and night to night proclaims knowledge. There are no speeches or words in which their voices are not heard. Their voice is gone out into all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. In the sun he has set his tabernacle, and he comes forth as a bridegroom out of his chamber. He will exult as a giant to run his course. His going forth is from the extremity of heaven, and his circuit to the other end of heaven, and no one shall be hidden from his heat. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting souls. The testimony of the Lord is faithful, instructing babes. The ordinances of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is bright, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever and ever. The judgments of the Lord are true and justified altogether. To be desired more than gold and much precious stone, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. For thy servants keeps to them, in the keeping of them there is great reward. Who will understand his transgressions? Purge thou me from my secret sins, and spare thy servant the attack of strangers. If they do not gain the dominion over me, then shall I be blameless, and I shall be clear from great sin. So shall the sayings of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing continually before thee, O Lord, my helper and my redeemer. Chapter 20. For the end, a psalm of David. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary and aid thee out of Zion. Remember all thy sacrifice and enrich thy whole burnt offering. Pause. Grant thee according to thy heart and fulfill all thy desire. We will exult in thy salvation, and in the name of our God shall we be magnified. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now I know that the Lord has saved his Christ. He shall hear him from his holy heaven. The salvation of his right hand is mighty. Some glory in chariots and some in horses, but we will glory in the name of the Lord our God. They are overthrown and fallen, but we are risen and have been set upright. O Lord, save the King, and hear us in whatever day we call upon thee. And then, let me read one more. Chapter 21. For the end, a psalm of David. O Lord, the king shall rejoice in thy strength, and in thy salvation he shall greatly exult. Thou hast granted him the desire of his soul, and hast not withheld from him the request of his lips. Pause. For thou hast prevented him with blessings of goodness. Thou hast set upon his head a crown of precious stone. He asked life of thee, and thou gavest him length of days forever and ever. His glory is great in thy salvation. Thou wilt crown him with a glory and majesty, for thou wilt give him a blessing forever and ever. Thou wilt gladden him with joy with thy countenance. For the king trusts in the Lord, and through the mercy of the highest he shall not be moved. Let thy hand be found by all thine enemies. Let thy right hand find all that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven at the time of thy presence. The Lord shall trouble them in his anger, and fire shall devour them. Thou shalt destroy their fruit from the earth, and their seed from among the sons of men. For they intended evils against thee. They imagined a device which they shall by no means be able to perform. For thou shalt make them turn their back in thy latter end, and thou wilt prepare their face. Be thou exalted, O Lord, in thy strength, and we will sing and praise thy mighty acts. And I'm going to end that there, and we will pick up next time in chapter 22. Until then, keep your eyes on Jesus and your nose in the book, which is the Word of God. And let us embed the Word of God upon the tablets of our hearts. And not be a hearer only, but be a doer of the word. So we will not sin against God or be deceived. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.